The anime began with 3 years ago, a message urging the soldiers to abandon the fight against the monsters and entrust it to the hunters. While speaking, a group of hunters stood prepared to confront the monsters. However, upon the monsters' arrival, they swiftly overpowered most of the hunters. Fortunately, just before further devastation, 3 S-rank hunters intervened and easily vanquished the majority of the monsters. Suddenly, a white monster emerged, seemingly the leader, but even it couldn't match the hunters. Just when they believed the battle was over, numerous white monsters surfaced, revealing that the initial white monster wasn't the boss after all. Elsewhere, a group of monsters moved towards a different group of hunters. However, a man, also an S-rank hunter, swiftly disposed of most of them with a single move. He then ordered all the hunters to begin the battle. Over 10 years ago, gates connecting the human world to an alternate dimension emerged. These gates led to a realm filled with strange creatures known as magic beasts, which couldn't be defeated using regular weapons. Those who gained the abilities to combat these beasts are called hunters. Their ranks, S, A, B, C, D, or E, are determined by the amount of magical power they possess. However, once these powers awaken, no individual effort can increase their strength further. 3 years later, at present, Hunter Kim stands in front of a gate, asking his friend why he's there. He thought his friend had quit hunting. His friend then explains to him that was before his wife became pregnant with their second child. Nervous about the raid's success, Kim's friend hopes everything is going well. Hunter Kim then reassures him, saying it will be fine, pointing to Jin Woo, an E-rank hunter nicknamed the weakest hunter of all mankind. Because of Jin Woo's status, they can be sure that any raid Sung joins will be pretty easy. As the raid about to begin, a man named Song, tell everyone that he will be the leader of this raid. Everyone then agrees since he got the most skills out of anyone here. As the hunters going inside the gate, Jin Woo looks at his knife that has barely any magic power in it, hoping he can survive this raid. Unfortunately, during the monster fight, his knife broke, giving the monster an opening to stab him in the stomach. Luckily, another hunter arrived in time to assist him. Ju Hee, a B-rank healer, hurriedly tried her best to heal Jin Woo as quickly as possible. She's deeply concerned about him and constantly urges him to quit being a hunter since he keeps getting injured. She believes it's only a matter of time until something much worse happens. However, Jin Woo ignores her advice entirely because he needs money, and to earn it, he must continue being a hunter and collect the stones from inside the monsters to exchange for money. These stones gathered from high-ranked monsters can also be transformed into powerful weapons and gear useful for battling other monsters. After defeating a dungeon boss, the group is surprised that the gate hasn't closed. They then discover a cave, revealing it's a double dungeon. The leader suggests following standard procedure by waiting for orders from the Hunters Association in such unexpected cases. Hearing this, some hunters are upset as they think newcomers might get all the rewards. They then trying to convince the leader, saying it's still a D-rank dungeon, so it should be okay. Seeing this, the leader decide to vote, resulting in a tie, 6 in favor and 6 against. Jin Woo, who hasn't voted yet, finally agrees to go. He urgently needs money since his dad went missing, and he's the sole provider for his family. His mother needs treatment, and he also wanted to send his sister to college. Elsewhere in the city, a girl's bag is stolen by 2 of the guys. While trying to escape, they run into a girl named Cha Hae-in who happened to be an S-rank hunter. She effortlessly retrieves the bag and returns it to the victim. As bystanders gather around her, Cha Hae-in then tries to leave by leaping up onto a building. Back at the dungeon, Jin Woo apologizes to Ju Hee for voting to stay, but she gets upset and warns Jin Woo that he should be concerned about himself because if the earlier attack had hit a bit higher, he could have died. She emphasizes that if she hadn't intervened, he might not have survived. Hearing this, Jin Woo apologizes again, and Ju Hee suggests that if he truly feels sorry, he should treat her as a way to thank her. Right after their conversation, the group reaches the boss chamber. Even though the door looks intimidating, they are determined to enter, feeling they can't return empty-handed now. Upon entering, they are surprised to find no monsters, only statues surrounding them. While they explore, they come across ancient script stating the commandments of the Kartinan temple. First, revere God. Second, praise God. Third, prove your faith to God. The script warns that those who don't follow these laws won't survive. While reading the script, Ju Hee tells Jin Woo that she saw the statue's eyes move, but he doesn't believe her, thinking she might be imagining things. Suddenly, the door to the boss chamber closes, frightening everyone. One of the hunters then decides to leave and approaches the door, warning others not to stay. Unfortunately, the moment he touches the door, the statues unexpectedly move and instantly kill him. Witnessing this horrifying event, everyone panics and screams, convinced they can't fight these creatures. In that intense moment, Jin-woo recalls Juhi's words and swiftly looks at the statues behind him. Jin-woo has faced death numerous times before. During his first raid, he got separated from the group and was left stranded. Despite the dungeons being of varying difficulty, he was always fighting to survive. Unlike most hunters who can buy better gear with the money from selling essence stones to battle stronger creatures and gain bigger rewards, Jin-woo can only afford a cheap knife. If it were to break, he will have fight empty-handed. Because of these hardships, Jin-woo has learned to stay alert and seek opportunities. And that might be the reason why he sensed an impending attack the moment he saw the statue's eyes move. He then tells everyone to get down as soon as possible. The statues then shoot flames, killing most of the hunters. The episode ends with Jin-woo looking at the statues, fearing that they all going to die.